Why Black America hates Kai Cenat? Now, I don't know why they would be hating on Kai Cenat and AMP. Them boys changed the streaming game. Now, what I will say about it is recently Duke Dennis and them had a fireworks incident. So maybe that's what is causing this backlash. T-Raw.
Yeah, bro, I don't really know what this video is about to be about. So let's see what O'Shea talking about.
The only thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump.
Today is Monday, January 20th, 2025.
No
Donald Trump becomes the 47th president of the United States. And at this particular time, him and Elon Musk are still cool. Aww. Elon Musk, remember, is the head of Doge. And shortly thereafter, we got this particular announcement. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And most companies like Facebook had this particular programs to pull minorities and other people into upper management positions. So you would see people like Caroline Wanga, who is now the CEO of Essence, benefited from this program when she worked at Target, but more to come with that. And so it benefited a lot of people, even white women, but black people also benefited in some way. And so this program was to guarantee that blacks would be represented in other groups in the professional landscape in upper level management. And then we found out that as a company, DEI was gone. It was optional. If you wanted to use it, you could. If you didn't want to, you could drop it. So Target said, Target dropped it. When Target dropped their DEI program, a lot of people got pissed. And we started seeing levels of boycotts happening in early February in Minnesota. But there was a big boycott that was started around March 5th that was spearheaded by Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant in Atlanta that was supposed to last for 40 days.
People are boycotting Target, and here's what you need to know. People are not shopping at Target for 40 days. The boycott started March 5th and runs till April 13th. So this is like a Target fast for...
What is 40 days gonna do? 40 days? Oh yeah, let me mark it on my calendar. These fuck niggas coming back. What? What is that gonna do?
For Lent. And here's why you need to get behind it. In January, Target rolled back on their DEI initiatives. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Target literally stopped promotion goals for women and people of color. Is that a company that you want to support? Is that a company that you want to stand behind? I'm sorry, but it's time to give up Target. These people do not care about you. They only care about their dollars. You need to take control of your dollar and stop shopping there. Also, if you're investing in Target, sell your stocks. The organizer of this boycott is a pastor from Atlanta, and he said that this is a fast for accountability, a fast for justice. Like, we cannot be okay with how Target is treating its employees. They're treating black entrepreneurs.
Now, it could be debated if DEI helped black people, and of course, I don't really think so, but it didn't matter. I didn't think this DEI boycott at Target would work, but boy, was I wrong.
Black churches have come together to boycott Target for 40 days during Lent because the giant retail store rolled back its DEI initiatives. According to Retail Brew, Target experienced the 10th consecutive week of a decrease in foot traffic and a drop in its stock price. The Black Chamber reports black people spend about $12 million a day at Target. Thanks to Placer AI, we can track foot traffic at Target.
This was the point I made in that Carnival Cruise video, bro.
Yeah.
We make up a large percentage of consumers, bro, of the consumer share.
Facts.
So we stop shopping somewhere, y'all gonna feel it.
Yeah, oh God.
Targets in the Carolinas. And from March to March, in North Carolina, there's been a decrease of about 8%.
Cruise video
South Carolina, nearly a 5% dip in foot traffic. Now, you can't say this is connected to the boycott, but it does show things have changed.
And not only did we see it in North Carolina, but in other cities like Detroit.
Target is taking a financial hit after dropping its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The retail giant has reportedly lost more than $12.4 billion in revenue. This comes as calls for boycotts against the retailer continue.
It hurt Target so much that foot traffic decreased tremendously, and even black-owned companies that were distributing their products with Target were getting called out on it. And it got seriously bad. But fast forward! Let's go back to the Essence Festival. Now remember, a lot of people had a lot to say about, Africans taking over Essence Festival and, in the Caribbean culture and fufu and other kind of jollof rice being there. That was a discrepancy.
Never heard
but
of Essence
another
Festival.
discrepancy was that the Essence Fest accepted a title sponsorship from Target. This was a slap in the face to a lot of people in the black community, especially those who vote Democrat, because Essence is now getting out of touch with the culture. You could have went with anybody else, like Walmart, but purposely you disrespected the black community for money, and you know that black America doesn't like Target right now.
And I look at Target and try to meet their colors to make it more palatable. Maybe we see it and we skip it.
As you can see, though, O'Shea is right, though. It's like a slap in the face to black people because they're facing this controversy like, oh, we don't want this black food, this food, this Jamaican food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so to do that, they decided, all right, let's throw at their biggest op right now. So that next year we can get rid of some of that black food. y'all not thinking they playing chess.
Yeah.
Skipping it. I think, the line, thin.
That's Target. Keep going. We right. Damn.
Now the Target booth at the Essence Festival, people were complaining about it because nobody really wanted to interact with it, according to some. And to make a bigger slap in the face, look at Caroline Wanga on LinkedIn. Now, Caroline A. Wanga, who is the current CEO of Essence, worked with Target. But if you look at what her LinkedIn says, clearly she says she's a DEI practitioner. So why did Caroline Wanga, who basically got her start with Target under DEI, and then also understanding that Target canceled DEI, why did she then, as a CEO, accept a title sponsorship for Essence Fest, knowing that black people would not like Target, even though they canceled DEI, and she's a DEI.
Cancel everything I just said. I didn't know no better. I didn't know it was a black woman in charge, and she stabbed her own in the back. It be on.
Practitioner?
Of course.
Exactly.
That's what I said. Be for your own.
Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Think about how we originally came over here as slaves, y'all. You think they captured us? You think niggas just came over to us with nets? No, bro. The king of Africa at the time said, yeah, man, we got niggas who will go send out the labor, and he sent us out for money.
At its best. But fast forward. Now we understand why the black community has an issue with Target. We would also understand why the black community would have an issue with anybody who wants to fool with Target. Again, according to most people in the black community, Target is taking opportunities away from African Americans by not hiring them, so therefore we shouldn't shop there. Any black person who deals with Target is not on code. Now we have the situation with Cenat and AMP. Now you guys know that Cenat is probably the #1 streamer on Twitch right now.
Finally,
I mean, he's the #1 streamer in the world. I think it's
here.
iShow Speed, but Cenat is huge. He's
How
a
does
very
this come
talented
to?
guy, and he's a part of a larger group called AMP, which
they
has
support
him,
Target?
Duke Dennis, Agent Zero, Chris, a whole bunch of other guys, right? And they have this product called Tone. Now, Tone is like a product that you can buy.
Oh.
It includes like
I get it.
Yeah.
Tone is in Target.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably a Target exclusive. But
It's
let's see.
deodorants and body wash and stuff like that. And because their audience is so huge, a lot of big YouTubers that have this following can sell in stores. And so they could put this product anywhere and most likely it would sell out. this particular partnership went to Target. And so when it went to Target, people were upset about it because of how the black community feels about Target. And not only did the partnership go to Target, they started streaming giveaways in Target.
What's the total?
It's gonna be $1,406.
14. Look, $1,400. Y'all did good.
Now, once this started happening, a lot of people in the community started trying to give some advice to AMP and Cenat because they felt that, hey man, you guys are making the wrong decision.
This is a message for the AMP group, the streamers. I was just giving y'all some great credit, man, because I love the way y'all work together. But you have to be careful, man. Do not let corporate utilize y'all. And what they're going to end up doing is going to create brand, right, unalignment or misalignment, rather, to where they're trying to use you all to divide and conquer, right? They believe they can get the demographic of young folks to start supporting Target again. Then it would diminish this whole movement that is boycotting Target. Anytime your people are doing something, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, everybody should be on point. You understand me? If people want to support y'all brand, they can take their ass online. But I don't want to see y'all helping them increase foot traffic into Target, regardless of what y'all business deal or structure is. The whole thing that y'all have is y'all power is independence. But you have to always focus on your brand alignment and be careful of your associations, right? Because in the long term, they may not lose, but you will.
Facts.
And the criticism...
No, that is actually valid criticism. Now, I ain't gonna lie, nobody built AMP and took them to where they at. Them boys built themselves. So Target can't take their power. They have to give their power up externally to believe that they can't do it no more for them to fall off.
For sure.
But as far as what he's saying, though, it's true. You know, Spider-Man has a great line in the movie, man. With great power comes great responsibility. And it never rains so much more true in today's world. Like when you have a following, you know, it's so easy to just want to go with the flow of what a company may want you to do. And it may seem harmless and you can still, you know, show the world that you're still a good person. But when it goes against a movement or what people are trying to do, like they're trying to change a company's thought process and make them, you know, at least meet us halfway. We're not trying to say they got to stop being about the money, but at least meet us halfway. Because you see it, we give y'all $12 million fucking dollars. Billion? It said billion?
Yeah.
It said B?
Billion.
I heard mil.
Oh, I thought he said billion.
Oh, no, it was mil. Because, like, Target making $1 billion? Is Target $1 billion company? Y'all comment below. We're back to the video.
Came deep. Folks started coming after AMP, started coming after Cenat and calling them all sellouts because, hey, all of you guys are black and the black community is supporting you guys. And then you're out there putting your product in Target, which is against the black community. And one of the people that came out against that from AMP was Dennis Duke.
Like, bro, no cap, they are lying though. That's the crazy part. Like, the same people who got something to say, you telling me that if you had your product and Target was like, hey, can we please put your product in our store? You would say, no. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about.
Now Dennis Duke is telling everybody like, yo, like, bro, like, shut up. Like, you guys will put the product into Target if you want it, like if you could do it, but you can't, and that's why you're hating. And this caused a big bad.
What did you just say? Hell yeah.
Yeah. He said, would y'all not put it in Target?
And so hell yeah, you would.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Hell no.
Oh, so you're agreeing that they're wrong for putting it in Target?
Yeah.
Flash.
The fact that Duke Dennis tried to get on here and lie and say that Target was not losing money like they thought they would. First of all, we don't listen to nobody who lies about how many kids they got. Second of all, you lied about how many
Damn, they fried
I knew
his
she was
shit.
about to say that.
They fried his shit.
kids you got. I can't.
I ain't gonna lie, baby girl. Them lips tell me what you really be on, though.
Take advice from you. Third of all, you lied about having kids. I can't trust your research. You don't even know how many kids you got.
and it continued
I can't
to go
trust some
forward.
lips. He can
The
say
only
that.
thing scarier than a white man is a black man that's trying to imitate whiteness through capitalism, because there's nothing that he won't do in order to reach his goal of whiteness. I think this Target situation with AMP convinced me that almost all of them voted for Trump. What first convinced me was when Duke Dennis went on Quinn Blackwell's cooking show, and she asked him who he voted for, and he said, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it. And that right there told me, because it's like, if you voted for Kamala, you would say you voted for Kamala. But like the overnight stream at a Target is crazy.
I agree with what
especially
he did.
knowing that black folks and people of color are boycotting Target because they threw out their DEI. It's really tone deaf and irresponsible.
But another big part is Cenat. Cenat is a guy who is, from New York with a deep New York accent. If you look at him, you may not know what his background is, but I believe he's like Trinidadian and Grenadian. I'm not sure. But when they signed the deal with Target, then people remember this clip.
You're African American, bro. That's it. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
Now, I don't want to take him out of context, but it appears to me that he's saying that, you're just black. You don't have culture like Ghanaians, or you don't have cultures like Trinidadians and the other people. And again, that's kind of how people feel about, Caroline Wong.
That was a wild out of context clip. I don't even understand what he was trying to convey right there. So if people are taking that and spinning shit, is why I say the internet is like, bro, come on, bro.
And the rest of the Africans who are now in control of Essence Fest.
Shit.
And so
shit
now it's like,
lame
okay,
when
on
you
one
just
hand,
spinning
you're
narratives and it
acting like
doesn't
us,
even-
Cenat, like, your culture is very East Coast African American. And then at the same time, you're telling us that we don't have any culture. And then you're moving along with Target, who completely has turned their back on the black community, according to those. Because, stop the show. I don't agree with DEI. I don't care anything about DEI. Understanding that the community does care about DEI, it's a slap in the face. And then when you go back and you look at a clip from Cenat, then it's almost obvious. It's like, okay, you can use the culture to basically become us, and then when it doesn't benefit you, you can go and go to Target and stuff like that. Again, this is kind of what happens. And people do this even in the black community. But again, if you're gonna market yourself to the black community, you're gonna have to understand what they like. And this goes for Essence Fest. Now, on one hand, I can say, look, they own the festival and they own what they have, and they should be really concerned about black American culture, right? And again, Cenat with the Target and all that stuff, hey, they could be taking their product to someplace else, Walmart, and clearly what Target wants to do is to get the black base back buying in Target, right? But here's the situation. These guys have a bigger audience, much larger than black America. That's the thing. Cenat is just not a superstar amongst black people. He's a superstar everywhere. Not as big as Show Speed, but he's close, right?
That's what I was also gonna say.
Is that these guys don't care about Target. They're out of touch. They don't have the problems that that you have, or maybe I have, or anything like that.
Yeah,
and so to expect these
that
guys
too.
who are young and don't
They
really
probably
understand
don't
the
know.
struggle, and they're rich, to understand what you're going through and take a stand is crazy. I get what you're saying, right? I understand Essence should be doing that because Essence built their brand based on the black community. But Dennis Duke and Cenat, they just happen to be black. They also come from a much younger generation, and they're not tied to that. And then some of these guys in AMP are not even African American, like Agent 00. I believe he's like Ethiopian or Eritrean. So now you have the merging of younger people who are not African American or #FBA, and they're looking for the bag. And they're looking at what makes them, go better. So if Target comes and gives them a higher percentage of money that they can sell, they're going to push Target. I guarantee you that's what Target did. Target said, listen, bring AMP tone into our distribution and you guys will keep a lot of the profits. And they said yes.
What?
And they're going to continue to do so. Again, black people are going to have to start understanding
Target
that,
knew what they was doing.
we're going to have people that be for us and people that are not going to be for us. But again, we got to do the work and create our own jobs. And you can't rely on celebrities or YouTubers to, hey, make stands or stand up for you. Not everybody's going to be a stand-up guy,
bro.
like LL Cool J. Like LL Cool J.
Some people got to make the bag, bro. We in it for a short amount of time. Who knows how long AMP's window is? They got to make their bag, man. You got to understand.
To perform in Philadelphia while the strikes were
do it
going.
and make the bag.
But that's a stand-up
So
guy.
be it.
Most entertainers or YouTubers are not stand-up guys like that. And
apparently, T-Raw is the most stand-up YouTuber alive.
to expect them to be stand-up guys when they're trying to get to the bag.
O'Shea. O'Shea, you're wrong. We got a stand-up YouTuber right here.
Damn right.
This guy right here.
Damn right.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, then this dude Cenat and the rest of these guys don't think they owe you that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. Another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to O'Shea, man. That was another good video. T-Raw, take us home, man.
I mean, I always felt like Target wasn't for the black communities anyways, bro. If you look at any Target location, it's always in an industrial area or it's always in a what's considered a white or upscale area, you feel me? It's almost like Chick-fil-A, you feel me? But like I said, black people, we the ones who made all this shit hot, bro. So if y'all want to take back the power, y'all got to start some black-owned stores, grocery stores, you feel me? All this shit. Everything got to go black. Take the power back.
You already know, man. You made it into another video, man. We love y'all. We grateful for y'all, man. Go ahead and scan this QR code, man. That's the digital hub, man, where you can go ahead and keep up with all things VG. That being said, we out of here.